This is a quick review of the TCL 501 smartphone. This is a very cheap and budget smartphone, but is it any good? Well, if we look a bit over the specs a little bit, it was released in February 2024. It's got Android 14 Go. It's got an octa-core MediaTek processor, so that's not gonna it's not gonna be fantastic. It's only got 2 gig of RAM, 32 gig internal. I don't know if you can stick an SD card in, not sure. So 32 gig might be all you've got. It's got 5 megapixel main camera on the back there, as you can see. And it's got a 2 megapixel selfie camera on the front, so not massive spec. And given it's an octa-core with 2 gig of RAM, it's not going to be fantastic. It's got no NFC, it does have USB-C charging, and it's got Android 14 Go. So this is my first experience with Android Go, which I think is the slightly cut down version. It's got a nice big 6-inch screen, and personally, I think the screen is pretty decent. It's not going to be up there with the high-end phones, but for the average user, no one's going to really going to be able to tell much difference. So if we bring it up, so you've got your usual Android menus. It's an Android phone, so you know what you're going to be expecting. Really, what else is there to say about it? I've been playing with this. I've been sort of whizzing around a little bit on it, and it just the screen is fairly responsive. You can browse lots of places with ease. It's pretty quick. I don't suppose it's going to be the fastest phone on the market, but if you're after a basic phone, then it'll do pretty much what you want it to do. If you're just after a phone for sort of like calls, a bit of music, some WhatsApp and that sort of thing, a bit of browsing, then I think you'll be absolutely fine with it. But like I say, it's not the highest quality phone on the market, but you can pick these up for about £50–60 SIM free. So you kind of realise what you're getting for your money. If you were desperate for a phone and you needed something just to use, I mean, it's all right. It loads pretty quick. I've got it on Wi-Fi at the minute. This one is a dual SIM. I am about to run out of battery, but that's because I haven't charged it yet. The battery is a 3000 mAh battery, I think, so not the biggest, but it should last you all day. I can't see you doing anything massively heavy on it. If you were, I don't know, looking for something just for using as a basic phone, or if you don't have very sort of high-end needs, then it'll do. I bought this so it could be used as like a separate music player. I mean, the screen, I mean, this is a new phone, so it's probably doing some odd bits and pieces in the background. The screen is quite responsive. I wouldn't say it's the best or the fastest, but it's a decent phone if we take a quick look over it. Obviously, you've got your screen, and then down this side you've got your power button and your volume rocker. Nothing on the top. 3.5-inch, no, 3.5mm jack, USB charging. I don't know, actually, somewhere should be the SIM slot, although it looks as if, oh, so the back of the phone comes off. That is quite impressive, actually. So I'm assuming you can take this battery out. There is your, it does have an expandable, so you can put your micro SD in there. You've got your 2 SIM card slots there. Does this battery come out? Wow. So I've not seen a smartphone with a removable battery for quite some time. That I do actually like quite a bit. It reminds me of the old-fashioned phones. You have to take battery off, take the back off, etc. But that's a quick look around the TCL 501. It's got Android Go. I'd call it a super cheap smartphone, and I actually think for what you pay for it, it's pretty decent. What else can I say? I've made a few calls on it. It works very well. The built-in speaker is okay for playing music, just as any other kind of smartphone. Boot up takes a little while, but then it's not too bad. And there you go. Don't really know what else to say. The cameras they're okay. Did that take a picture? It did, but there was no sound. Video, if you're using the main camera, and it's going to take average video at 5 megapixel. Like I say, this isn't going to be your high-end quality smartphone. Oh, that took a little bit of delay to start that recording then. So it's not the most powerful phone in the world. If you're a heavy user, I wouldn't suggest it. If you're just after a phone to use, then give it a go. TCL 501. Yeah, fairly impressed for what it costs.